Saline. I'm Nia Roane here with Debling.
This week we are fresh out of spring break with emergency drill tips and behind the scenes of our show. All of this and more on an awesome episode of SHS Today.
We hope you all had a fantastic spring break. Now it's time to start planning for next year. How about a 10-day trip to Spain? This opportunity is open to any Saline area school student, middle school or high school, that is ever taking a Spanish class. The trip will take you to Madrid, Barcelona, and many other beautiful Spanish sites, including cathedrals, palaces, and museums. For more information, see Mr. Mesmore in room C315.
Many of us here at Saline High don't know exactly what to do during our emergency drills. Lexi went out to clear up any questions.
As high schoolers, we may not take emergency drills seriously, but in all reality, we do them for our safety. I'm Lexi Dawson here with SHS Today, and I'm here to teach you more about the importance of drills. Let's start off with some tips from administration. Take every drill seriously. Practice makes perfect, and in the event of a real crisis, time saves lives. Always be alert during drills to make sure that you can help out if the drill takes a change of course. Drills will be made more realistic in the future, so be on your toes to think quickly with your teacher and make sure your class sticks together. Always use common sense. If a door is blocked during a fire drill, go out to the next nearest door as quickly as possible. Drills are being improved annually, so pay attention to new changes and new locations. At SHS, there are 5 main drills that you may encounter. The first is the internal threat lockdown. If you hear an announcement on the PA system that says, "Staff, we have an internal threat, lock down immediately," the first thing you'll want to do is get into a secure classroom. Make sure to stay silent and listen to any instructions given by your teacher. Whatever you do, do not leave the classroom. Number 2 is the external threat, which means there is a threat outside the school. You will hear, "Staff, we are going into secure mode right now due to an external threat. This is a precautionary procedure due to an external situation outside the building." This means it is a closed campus, classrooms are to be secure and locked, curtains and shades should be closed, and administration will give you the all clear. Stay tuned for next time where we'll talk about fire drills, severe weather drills, and shelter-in-place drills. I'm Lexi Dawson, back to you, studio.
Lexi was right, guys. Common sense is always important during these kind of drills. If you ever forget what to do during an upcoming emergency drill, you can always refer back to the show on vimeo.com/SHS video.
What's in your future after graduating from Saline? Having trouble finding the perfect school for you? The counseling department has something to offer. The annual college fair is coming up on Wednesday, April 17th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. in the SHS Commons. There will be many colleges, universities, and branches of the military in attendance. The fair is open to all sophomores, juniors, and their parents to gain more information on the admissions process, college planning, and available majors.
Ever wonder how we produce these fantastic shows every week? Dustin takes us behind the scenes of one of our episodes.
I'm Dustin Funk, and I'm right here in front of the SHS Today studio. Every week we produce a show for students and teachers to watch. Monday and Tuesday are our work days, where students work on creating news packages, scripts, and graphics. Wednesdays, we have our first day in the studio. Students test out new positions, and we run through the show to make sure everything is good to go for our final run on Thursday. For each show, we have different positions for each student to fill in the studio. The news anchors are the faces of SHS Today, and who the students of Saline see on camera for each show. This year, we have added a sports and weather anchor. They are in charge of writing their own script and getting info about the sports and weather for that week. Behind the scenes, we have a camera operator and a floor director. They are in charge of making sure everything looks professional, and the floor director gives anchors cues on when to come in. Next, we have the control room. In the control room, we have our audio, teleprompt, and switcher who puts the show together. Teleprompt's job is to roll the script for our anchors to read while on air. Audio person makes sure that all mic levels are set for the anchors and pre-made packages. Finally, the switcher is the person who creates all graphics and is responsible for choosing correct video source at the right time. If SHS Today looks interesting to you, please contact Mr. Bush in room C244. I'm Dustin Funk, and I hope you enjoy this exclusive look at what goes on behind the scenes at SHS Today.
Thanks, Dustin. Now let's send it over to David for this week's sports and weather.
What's up, Saline? I'm David Wuebben, here to bring you this week's sports and weekend weather. This week, the girls' water polo team went up against Seaholm. Saline ended up winning the game with a huge victory of 14-4, and the ladies improved to 7-6. The boys and girls track team went up against Pioneer in their first home contest of the season. The boys won with a dominating performance with a score of 103-36, and the girls won with a great showing with the score of 101-36. Now here's your spotlight game of the week. Right before spring break, the girls' lacrosse team went up against Ann Arbor Huron, and they lost in a close battle. The leading scorer for the Hornets was number 27, Chelsea Bishop, with 3 goals, and the final score was 5-9, with the ladies now having an overall score of 2-1.
Goal. They robbed you of a goal.
With spring sports heating up, here are a couple events. The 1-on-1 girls soccer team is going to play at 1 p.m. on Saturday in Novi. The 1-on-1 boys lacrosse team goes up against Powers Catholic at home, and the game starts at 2 p.m. Go out and support your fellow Hornets. Now for your weekend weather. We start the weekend off a little bit cold with cloudy skies with a low of 35 and a high of 49. Saturday is also with a low of 29 and a high of 44. Finally, Sunday gets a little bit warmer with partly cloudy skies and a low of 45 and a high of 53. Well, that's it for sports and weather. I'm David Wuebben. Back to you guys at the news desk.
Thanks, David. That's all the time we have for this week. I'm Nia Roane.
And I'm Adam Debling. Enjoy the weekend. But wait, we have one special announcement before we end the show.
Hey Hornets, I'm Ryan Nagy. I'd like to thank SHS Today for having me on the show today. I have an important question for a special someone out there. I'd like to ask my beautiful girlfriend, Grace Campbell, if she would go to prom with me. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
She was a vision to me, but she didn't know I was an